my opinion, is the single most important piece of equipment you'll ever own. So some of these masks have a purge valve. A purge valve is simply a one-way valve mounted on the front of the mask. With a purge valve, you tip your head forward so that the water collects behind the purge valve, and then when it's sitting in there in the purge valve, you would just blow out through your nose, and the increased pressure would blow the water out through the purge valve. They started to include some way to hold your nose. Take a look at this mask and you'll see very similar. It's on the inside, the glass, but inside, you see in there, you can reach up underneath and there's two pockets, and your nose sat in here like so, and you would squeeze your nose. And this has a purge, a little purge on the bottom for getting water out, and the big nose pockets inside, but again, it has the metal clips on the outside. Watch, I squeeze the metal clips, and you can squeeze your nose. Your nose sits in here. Just like that. It's just like a windshield. Look at it there. Boy, oh boy, could you ever see it, like looking in an aquarium. But this mask is really unique. It's a regulator end mask. There's the first stage, connects to the tank, and then the second stage is the mask itself. The hose comes to the top. There's a little lever, maybe you can see it in there resting on the glass. So when you put this mask on and breathe in, you watch. The glass moves in, pushes on the lever, and you get air through the regulator. Watch this. How about that? This is called the Pinocchio. And it was one of the early attempts to get the lenses close to your eyes to give you better vision. Also to reduce the volume. I mean, my goodness, if this mask got flooded, you had about a gallon of water in there that you had to get out. It took a lot of breaths to clear the water out of that mask. This mask is much smaller. Like today's modern masks, much, much smaller in volume on the inside, so it's much easier to clear. Rather than the double seal, what they did is they put a piece of foam neoprene, which is spongy foam, on the edge, so the spongy foam sealed against your face. On the inside of this mask, under the nose, right there, there's a little pad of foam rubber sat against your nose the whole time. Felt kind of funny, but it was okay. And when you wanted to equalize, you would take the whole mask, push it up against your nose, and the foam rubber come up and plug your nostrils, and you could usually get enough air pressure built up to equalize. Vintage Scuba, Alec Peirce.